We're on the last page of the review. We're looking at some of the algebra problems. So 14, 15, and 16 are all order of operation problems. So remember, for order of operations, we're going to use PEMDAS. Okay, so first we do parentheses, then exponents, then we go left to right doing multiply and divide, left to right doing add and subtract. So if I look at number 14, I don't have any parentheses, but I do have an exponent. So what I want to do first is I want to square that 5. The negative does not get squared because it is not in parentheses. So the negative comes down. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. So next I'm going to do my multiplication and division, but I do go left to right. So I actually have to do this division first. And 18 divided by 3 is 6. I get 6 times 2 minus 25. Staying with multiplication and division, I do my multiplication. I get 12 minus 25. I do my subtraction, and I get negative 13. All right, so for number 15, I definitely have grouping symbols. So I've got parentheses here. And then I've actually got 2 sets of parentheses. I've got an inside, and then I've also got these sort of outside brackets as well. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to work those innermost parentheses. So I can actually do both of these that are in yellow. So 4 minus 7 gives me negative 3. I do want to leave that in the parentheses. Now I'm not messing with the green ones yet. I'm going to bring those down. And I get 5 plus, and in parentheses, notice I have 2 times 3 minus 8. So that is going to be 6 minus 8. Okay, so finishing that up, trying to get that down to a single number, that's going to give me a negative 2. So I probably should have highlighted that one. All right, that would be next. All right, so now I'm interested in these. Okay, these are also grouping symbols, so I want to do this next. So I'm going to leave everything else, leave those brackets, and 5 plus negative 2 gives me 3. Now notice this part right here, this means 2 times 3. So those brackets are indicating multiplication. All right, so before I do multiplication, I have to do my exponent step, so that's going to go next. Notice this time the negative's in parentheses. So this is going to be negative 3 times negative 3, which is going to give me a positive 9. All right, so then I'm left with 9 minus 2 times 3. Remember, we multiply before we subtract. That'll be 9 minus 6, and I get an answer of 3. Now for number 16, I definitely want to start with my parentheses. So I want to do this first. I'm going to bring all of this down. Now in my fraction, I can't do much with the top yet. Notice on the bottom I have 1 minus a negative 9. That makes 1 plus 9, so that gives me a 10. And then staying within my parentheses, I'm going to simplify that to a negative 3. Now notice this time there's a plus in front of that. So we're not multiplying, we're just adding. So now we want to go left to right. So I start with these two. They're both negative. So I add them and keep the sign. Now I look at negative 10 plus 4. This time the signs are different, so I subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. Oh, look, I changed my minus to a plus. It's really easy to do that. All right, let me redo that. All right, so that's a 4, and that should be a minus 9. All right. All right, so now I have negative 6 minus 9. They're both negative, so I add them together. Keep the minus sign, and my answer is negative 15.